babies, came into the world really not being able to do anything. And what we know now is that they're really competent little beings, absolutely crying out to build relationships with those around them. We just need to really let them teach us and to follow their cues and to tune into them in order to build those relationships with them.
Our baby does try and communicate in lots of different ways. You can see in facial expressions sort of what he likes and dislikes.
They'll just be frustrated. You try to pick them up, they won't. They don't want to relax, then you put them down, don't want you to pick them up. They're just confused, they're tired.
Babies are absolutely able to engage with what's around them at a very early age. They will sense from their mother's tone, for example, if their mother is stressed. They will respond to smiles and happiness, but they will also respond to loud voices and shouting, and often a baby will start crying when another baby cries. So each time a carer tunes in to these cues from their baby, each time they smile when a baby tries to smile at them, each time they talk back to them when a baby makes a noise, when they pick them up or stroke them or soothe them when they're crying, then that baby is learning, I'm important and I really matter here. Because all the research knows that children who have had high quality conversations and just chats about things with their parents, they enter school much more ready and able to learn, and they actually often go on to do much better at school as well. Now, it doesn't matter really too much what you talk about, especially to a young baby. It's much more about the tone of voice that you're using, how you're smiling at them, how you're giving little space for their responses, which actually might just be a moving of their mouth with a very young baby.
It is sometimes hard to know what they're crying about, especially at this age, I'm finding, because their needs progress.
When they were younger and they used to cry and I wasn't sure what they were crying about, I used to find it frustrating because it could be anything. They could be hungry, tired, they might even have a bellyache and you don't know.
A baby really helps us by having very different cries for different needs that they have. So sometimes a baby will have a very particular cry for when they're hungry, another cry for when they're tired, a different cry, maybe just a whimper for when they just want to cuddle.
A really useful tip too is to try and preempt the crying. Think about the signals your baby's giving you. Sometimes before they really cry, that you can see them maybe getting a little bit red or a little bit anxious, moving about. And if you change what you're doing with your baby at that point, sometimes you can stop it going into a complete meltdown.
Now, sometimes you will have checked all possibilities for your child. You know they're not ill, you know they're not hungry, you know they're not tired, and you haven't overstimulated them. And you've cuddled them and still they're crying. So you might just have to try some different things. Some babies just need to be in a different room and have something different to look at or focus on. Some babies might really enjoy having music played to them, particularly nice soothing music. Some babies will love being danced around with, and that will be what will calm them and make them feel better.
I used to take Eden out a lot in one of those baby carriers, and that was a way, especially with colic, that she would calm down, because it wasn't that she was in this excruciating pain, it was just whatever it was obviously discomfort, but by being outside and seeing things and seeing other areas, it would distract her, and actually then she'd often go to sleep.
Little babies, and some more than others, can get very easily overstimulated. They can't manage long periods of playing, which is what it is for them, and they will show you. They'll start to get a little bit edgy before they cry. The more you try, the rocking and the singing and all the different things that you generally do for crying, the worse it's likely to get. That's the time to just tuck the baby down, maybe swaddle them a little bit if they're very tiny, keep their arms in so they're not flailing about, and just try and calm them down, in a quiet, dark room, and just wait a few minutes to see if they'll settle down.
So sometimes you might hear a mother say, oh, he's always angry at me, he's always crying, I can never do enough for him, perhaps even about their 6-week-old baby. And actually it's important to know that that baby is just trying to communicate. The more that a baby is soothed when it cries at a young age, the far less likely it is actually to cry as it gets older.